Okay, we're going to start part F. The first thing I would do when solving for A in the first equation is multiply both sides by 2 to eliminate the fraction. I would have 2s equals n times the group A plus t. A number or a letter or anything written next to parentheses means multiplication. So to undo the multiplication, because my goal is to get rid of or to isolate the a, I need to divide by n. These are not like terms, so I would have 2s over n equals a plus t. I forgot the plus sign. Subtract t from both sides. 2s divided by n minus t, there are no like terms, you can't combine anything, will equal a. For the next one, we are going to be thinking about distributing backwards. Because I see that there is x in both terms. So I will pull out the x, asking myself, x times what will get me back to xy? Y. X times what will get me back to negative 7x? Negative 7. This then is really as far as we can go because there is not an equal sign. That's it we can do. For the following one, I realized I wrote this kind of scrunchy and in the way. Following the last example we did, I noticed there is x in both terms. So I'm going to distribute backwards, asking myself, x times what would get me back here? X times mn. X times what would get me here? 8y. Because there is not an equal sign, this is where we need to stop. All right, solve for x. Just like we did in the very first problem here, to get rid of the fraction, I will multiply both sides by 5. I then will have rx plus 9 equals 5h. Remember, the number goes in front of the variable. Oh, this reminds me of a two-step equation, so I will subtract 9 from both sides. If this was a number, I know that this multiplication, so I would have to divide. X would equal 5h minus 9, all divided by r. We can't simplify anything because there are no like terms. Now we're going to solve for x. What I see is I have x on both sides of the equation. I'm going to bring those x's to the right-hand side, so I would do minus yx, negative a, don't forget about the negative sign, don't just lose that, equals cx minus yx. I notice that I have two terms attached by a minus sign that have x's, so I need to distribute backwards. X times c would get me cx. X times negative y would get me back to negative yx. Now I have a variable written next to parentheses, so that means multiplication. So I need to divide, and I may divide by the whole group. I'm sorry, I can't rewrite it. There's really not room. So x equals negative a divided by c minus y. Finally, the last one, we are solving for w. I'm just going to bring those w's there. So minus 2w minus 2w. Even though they both have w's, they are not like terms. I cannot combine them. I will add t to both sides. So I am left with mw minus 2w equals t plus 5 or 5 plus t, whichever you would like. Oh, I have w in two terms with a subtraction sign, so I need to distribute backwards. I have now created a group, so I may divide by the whole group. So w equals t plus 5 or 5 plus t, I just like to have the variables first, over m minus 2, and I may not simplify.